Australia calls for international probe into China and global coronavirus response. Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne spoke on April 19 to question China's transparency amid the coronavirus pandemic. Payne demanded an international investigation because the issues around the coronavirus are issues for independent review. According to her, it is likely that Australia will insist on an independent investigation into China's handling of the outbreak. Reuters reports that a novel coronavirus, which was first detected in the Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019, has infected over 2.3 million people and caused the deaths of over 160,000. Australia has recorded a total of 6,586 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 71 deaths due to the disease as of April 19. Reuters refers to China as Australia's most important trading partner, but also one of growing concern. Australia has accused China of meddling in their domestic affairs and having undue influence over the Pacific. Payne explained that a proper investigation into China's handling of the global crisis and its origins in Wuhan would need all parties and countries to come together and engage in that process. They must establish a review mechanism that the public can have faith in. ABC News reports that the Australian Labor Party supports Payne's suggestion for nations to come together and ask China for transparency. Labor Health spokesman Chris Bowen said that they expect and trust that China would cooperate. However, the investigation will likely not be headed by the World Health Organization or WHO. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison said on April 16 that criticism of the WHO has been very valid, but they have done important work in the Pacific. Australia will continue to work with the World Health Organization, but Morrison said it won't be uncritical. Morrison's comments are far milder than those of US President Donald Trump, who has spoken out against the WHO for allowing Chinese disinformation about the novel coronavirus to spread. Trump has since suspended aid to the WHO for being China-centric amid China's lack of transparency. Before the pandemic was announced but after the coronavirus was discovered, countries like Australia and New Zealand banned travelers from China despite the WHO advising countries not to. Experts say they were able to keep their cases low because of early lockdown measures.
Thank you.